Good morning, Blue Jeans Grandpa here. I hope everybody is doing okay. I'm gonna show around me before I make a video. Today's topic is about Manny Pacquiao, and I just heard I just saw the topic from other channels, which is greater, uh, 50 and 0 or 8 division champion. It's a very interesting topic. I know everybody is excited for the incoming fight of the champ, uh, Kate one-time Thurman versus our uh, great legend, senator, the fighting senator of the Philippines, Manny Pacman Pacquiao. That's gonna be on July 20, 2 weeks from now. So I'm gonna show you around first before I make my comments. All right, this is our neighborhood. Yep. Yeah. So now before I leave, I'm gonna make a a comment on the very interesting topic. So to start with, the Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are one of the all-time great fighters that you will consider in the boxing history. In this generation, there's nobody compared to the two of them right now. And Manny Pacquiao is entering another generation because he's already 40 years old, coming to 41 in this fight, coming to 41 years old, and he's uh, he's battling against a great warrior on the great champion, Kate Thurman, who is on his prime, and an elite fighter who is a super belt champion, and Manny Pacquiao is a regular champion, and that's a great thing because during Manny's generation, he is destroying one legend after another, one champion after another, one undefeated boxer after another, and now this next generation of elite fighters is still fighting, and God knows until when he will stop. I think there's two or three more fights that he's looking forward to, and if he survives this, if he survives this incoming fight with Thurman, and he's got another chance to elevate further his legacy in boxing history. So, which is greater? Going back to the question, which is harder, or who is a greater boxer, the 50 and 0 or the which is harder to achieve, 50 and 0 or 8 division? So as most of the comments I heard, I just agree to some and make additional comment on my part. And yeah, there are many boxers who experience uh, undefeated lost in boxing. They reached the 49. I mentioned in the other channels there are those who are fighters who reach 51 and 0, but they are unknown. That's why they are not in the limelight as to be comparing to these great fighters who is always on the limelight, who is considered great. There are fighters who experience 51, 52 and 0, and then there's a draw in the final fight. So there are many fighters who achieve a countless fighter who achieve the record of undefeated defeated boxing career, only to lose on the final phase. But the 50 bracket has been achieved by many fighters. There are fighters who are really so good. But the 8 division champion is a very impossible dream, as as the fight. What do you call this? Who is the I forget the name of the trainer of Brandon Rios. Yeah, he mentioned that who's the name? Anyway, he mentioned that many fighters are able to achieve achieve a unblemished record with zero defeat, but eighth division is really an impossible dream. It's only Manny Pacquiao that has achieved it until now, and Floyd Mayweather is five division, and it's quite far distance. So for me personally, I think it's biased. I'm also a kababayan of Manny Pacquiao. I choose eighth division to be harder than the 50 and 0. But it's understandable for those who believe that 50 and 0 is harder. Yeah, and I also honor Floyd Mayweather. He's an extraordinary fighter, as many of the boxing fans also have high regards to Manny Mayweather. He is so very there on the top level, even in his marketing, his boxing career, being the highest paid in boxing. That's something that is really worth looking up to. And I have nothing against Floyd Mayweather. I also enjoyed him so much and understand the passion of his passion and love for the boxing. And all these boxers are great people. There are those who trust talk in boxing, but after all, they have everybody has a good heart. Everybody has a positive and negative points, and the thing is, we should always look at the good sides of every person, and most especially the boxer, because they got a lot of dedication and sacrifices, exerting rain or shine. They're running, they're training so hard. It's not an easy job, and they're getting hit left and right. So, in addition to that, the other thing that is so very significant on the person of the Senator Manny Pacquiao is his life, his character outside boxing. Of course, in addition to that, to that eighth division champion, that goes to show that he fights every caliber fighter in front of him. He's not afraid of facing, of losing the battle. He lost 7 times. That is how much a warrior he is. And the most devastating, the most devastating knockout was on Marquez when he was. I mentioned this before, but it's worth mentioning again that he was punched one time, was hit so very timely, so very solid, and he fall flat down like a log, face down, and then for a moment he was not moving, and it was so suspense. Everybody was, oh my God, he died. Everybody think that he was dead. He was unconscious, and then when you wake up, he really was not in himself. And that kind of knockout is the kind of knockout that will end your career. When you fight again, you will always think of that moment. But not Manny Pacquiao. After that knockout, when he start fighting again, he started uh, he started getting championship belt after belt again. And the more he is cautious, the more he learned from that devastating experience. So that's the character of a warrior, of a Manny Pacquiao, not really afraid after facing that kind of devastating knockout. And as I mentioned earlier, the character where he came from is from being so poor that he didn't have anything to eat, that he sleep on the street. That experience has put him his feet on the ground, even at the greatest achievement that he has achieved in this career. He's a multi-billionaire and a senator, and he's buying what God knows. He's thinking of going to hire. position, maybe vice president or president. But I think that's only also another goal, the reason why he's still not uh, retiring in boxing, because there's still more, two or more, uh, two or more boxing that he want to achieve. Even if he lose, maybe the next will be Spence. Who knows? And Mayweather. I think that's the two name that he's targeting after Turman. Although it's not on his mind right now. But if God wills, he wins this Turman fight. Even if he lose, he's still somebody to be talked of. Even if he lose, if it's not convincing lose, he's still talk of the town, and he's still cash cow in the boxing. So Manny Pacquiao, many people adore the Mexicans. Now the Americans are Black Americans are talking about. Many are defending him to be greater than the greatest, the greatest of all generation. Many are entertaining that, but his career is not yet over. Still continues. I'm just hopeful that Spence will be the next. God willing, if Manny Pacquiao, okay, we're just wishing for the best, a prayer for Manny Pacquiao, and also for Turman too. A prayer is should not be selfish. In our prayer, it should be to everybody, and hopefully, after that comes Mayweather for the final bout. What a great exit for Manny Pacquiao in boxing career. Oh my God, the topic is so good. It's so something to be talked of, and the boxing world is so excited to look forward for July 27. Well, praying for you, my senator, our pambansang kamao, the fighting senator. Praying for you. I pray God that will always empower you and continue to powerfully use you, not only in boxing, but also in the personal life, where you show character of a warrior, that even in hard life, for those people who are struggling in their life, people living in the street, they will get encouragement from you. Thank you very much, and I hope you like, subscribe, and share, and make comments. And God bless. God bless always. Blue Jeans Grandpa, Canada.